All right, we are actively recording. Yeah. This is what I told you, motherfucker. When I tell you roll up, I'm gonna roll up. That's what I do.
Where did that energy come from?
Yes.
No, man, check it out. No, well,
The world ain't
You
gonna
like-
see none of this.
well, I don't know, because we are about to talk about the worst hero. You
Well, who said I was a hero? Shit. I mean, fucked up. Dark hero at most.
I'm an anti-hero, so
You know what? Hey, look. What the hell? Are you done? You done crunching?
Then they shoot a whole box of something.
Right. Yeah. Man, chill that out, man. All right, we ready? Yeah.
Yep.
that's a plug right there. Pay us.
And y'all crazy, bro.
Who's
Hey.
y'all?
Y'all.
I like money.
I'm perfectly sane.
Why do you have it? Oh, damn. Hey, look. Welcome back.
I mean, the real question is, why don't you?
Okay.
Y'all bad for real. Okay.
All right, we done. I'm done.
Welcome back. Welcome back to this respectful
Now I'm done.
PG episode of Respekt My Gamer. I'm trying to keep it that way, but not with the actions of my co-host.
I'm R-rated.
Oh my god! Look, man.
That's the PG.
Y'all take it from here. Y'all go ahead. I'm just gonna sit and watch. Y'all take it. Go ahead.
Welcome to another episode of Respekt My Gamer.
Mm-hmm.
That they're choosing to ignore everything is Elements MC,
Mm-hmm.
Also known as Jock. You know,
also known as the host that said no.
No, I'm not the host. Nope. Not tonight. No, y'all got it. Y'all got it.
I am Kane007, also known as Gotti, because nobody will stop using that nickname. I tried to retire it a couple years ago. It just didn't work out.
Sorry.
Look, I didn't learn your real name for like months.
True this. Yeah, true that.
This is true and sad also.
You blame Kenneth for that.
Right.
He introduced you as Gotti.
Shout out to Jackson Red.
Yeah. Shout out to Jackson Red.
It's yeah, I'm known as Comedic 7, aka Graphics.
Graphics.
Graphics God Body.
Yeah.
And this is Respekt My Gamer.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is
We've
it?
been told so. I mean,
I don't know. Y'all pulling out knives and all that stuff and doing such things. I don't know if it is.
I know nothing about knives. I don't know what you're talking about. All that's gonna be edited out.
Right. What you pulled out, Frank? What you pulled out, graphics? What was that?
what is this kunai?
Huh?
Kunai.
See?
That's not a knife. That's a ninja tool.
That silence is deafening. You see it? Did you hear that? I have nothing to say to you all. Nothing to say to you.
I mean,
No, that's a knife.
We are back. We are back to talk about the last discussion of the worst heroes in video game history. Okay, if So far, as you can see, we should just add y'all two to that list.
I'm telling you, I'm not a hero. So
I never said I was a role model.
catch me on a different episode.
No, y'all are terrible. Y'all are
I'm
horrible.
the best.
Yeah,
Get it right. I'm the best at what I do. What I do isn't very nice.
yeah. Saving the world one kill at a time, right?
That's
Yeah,
my motto, bro.
yeah.
That's my motto.
Hey, funny thing, one of the aliases was James Logan for a while.
First of all, I'm not dealing with any more
Names.
names for you. Okay, we would not. You all will know him as Comedic 7 or Graphics. That's it. The other names, look for yourself. If you come across a name like Billy Badass or Billy Danger or whatever the other name is, that's on you. We're not even giving you that.
He got
Yeah.
10 or 15. He
Yeah.
has 10 or 15.
So you all were tuned in the last episode. We were basically going down our list of worst and best heroes in video games. So
Gave y'all the best.
we gave y'all the best.
And our first worst.
Yeah.
Some of the worst.
Right. So I remember saying as far as the best heroes was Joel from The Last of Us.
I'm right there with that.
What was a few others we said?
I had War
Yeah.
from
War.
Darksiders,
Right.
the Horseman of War.
And shoot. Yeah, honestly, there's like a list I could go through.
What was
But I had Kazuma Kiryu
Yeah, Kazuma
as
Kiryu.
one from Yakuza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pong.
Feng Fei Wong.
Yeah, there you go. I couldn't remember that in the right order.
Right.
Xenogears guy.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So
It helps to speak Mandarin, that's all.
Yeah, I learned Cantonese. So it's a bit different. In Japanese. Sorry.
yeah.
Different dialect.
Well, you know that we listed as the best heroes in video games, and we left off with one of the worst. I think Gotti, I think you left off with Ellie from The Last of Us 2. Was that the one?
That was the one.
Was that the one?
That was the one.
That was
The
the one?
worst.
Worst. Very, very disappointing. Yeah.
Complete your mission.
Right.
I just want to point out and reiterate that Elements MC's choice for best hero came from the same game. So if y'all haven't played Last of Us 2,
She was supposed to take in her surrogate father's footsteps. He would.
this is something y'all might want to check out. Is all I'm saying.
I'm just saying, if they rolled up and killed Ellie in front of Joel, scorched earth, handled.
Look, the irony is that
Handled.
there's 3 characters from that game that's on our list for best and worst.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
you
Like,
know what I'm saying. So
I chose Abby as one of the worst heroes. You know what I'm saying? You chose Ellie.
these things are for a reason. This is
I said Joel, one of the best heroes. You know what
What
I'm
we're
saying?
saying is, if you haven't played it, check out that series.
Yeah, it's an emotional wreck. Basically,
Can't
what
even say
it is.
roller coaster. You say you're right, wreck. It come off the track and fall and hit the ground.
and then blows up and then creates a sinkhole. All types.
look. The roller coaster got Acme written on the side.
Exactly.
For real.
So
You got one good loop to loop, and then you just
that's it.
Off
That's
the
it. That's it. That's the last of us. That's the last of this ride. That's basically what it is. The last of this
right.
Because I ain't gonna lie, I got a little emotional. I ain't even gonna lie.
I did. You know,
I ain't
that's what
scared.
gaming should do. It should have an emotional connection. It should do that. So we're going to continue on with our list. A few more worst heroes in gaming. So who wants to go first?
I think graphics should go first.
Okay, Graphics, you going first.
All right. So next on the list, I'm going with Batman.
Oh, Batman.
Now, yeah. Oh, see, Batman. Everyone, he's one of DC's favorites,
Right.
but he's made a lot of mistakes. Lot of mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, never mind the fact that he was trained by Dr. Fate, so he knows magic. The thing that Superman is susceptible to. He walks around with Superman's death in his pocket, essentially. And they're best friends.
His utility belt. It's literally in
right.
Lined in lead.
he keep kryptonite on deck, like he can't magically put Superman to sleep though. He's not as heroic as people think.
Right.
He created Brother Eye.
Brother Eye.
Essentially Skynet.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Easily, but I'm not even going into all of that. Like from the comics, that's a whole episode in and of itself. We're not doing that. We're gonna stick to this one game in particular. DC Universe Online.
Ah, okay.
So real brief, it's a free-to-play online RPG, like the massive MMORPG. You did all them letters. It's that. If y'all don't, I'm not really an online gamer, y'all gonna learn that about me.
Remember the map. Yeah, remember the map.
Right. You know, them letters, right?
Right.
It's one of those joints. Everybody be on at the same time and stuff.
Okay.
You bump into Batman. Real quick, what does everybody think about when you think about Batman?
The Joker.
Yeah, he's a Dark Knight, and he's fighting crime, I guess,
So he got the stealth and all of that. He is the knight, right?
Right.
He got them hands and stuff, right?
Right.
I think of privilege.
we get to that in a little bit.
Okay, well, yeah, you with it. You with it, okay?
Right. But
yeah.
you know, he be sneaking around and everything. He real good at sneaking around, and he got them hands, right?
Right.
When you first encounter this dude, he's captured by petty thugs.
He is. I forgot about that in that game.
This is
Wait, he's what?
He's captured by petty thugs. He's handcuffed. Never mind the wrist got the blades. He could just do this and get away. But he's sitting there captured by petty thugs.
Yeah, he's captured by henchmen.
Okay.
Not even henchmen.
Okay. Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? He gets away only to like four or five missions later be captured by the Joker.
Okay.
Every time you see this dude, he's failing.
Okay, when does it get better?
In that game, it doesn't.
Nah.
Specifically in DC Universe Online, it doesn't. You get better. Him, not so much.
Mm. And I mean, when you think about who's taking L's to Batman, right? Darkseid.
Right. Scarecrow.
Darkseid took a frustrating L. Not only did he dodged the what are the beams, the Omega beams?
Yeah,
they're supposed to be undodgeable. He's the only non-enhanced human to ever dodge those. He also shot him with a special bullet that was made specifically for him. That he dug out because he shot his own son Orion with it, and then he's turned around. Oh, fine, I'll just give it back to you.
Yeah.
That's why, like when they say Batman don't like using guns, he don't use guns on humans.
Right.
Aliens, though, he'll shoot an alien. No
Look,
problem.
Batman is very racist. I'll be honest.
No, he's
He
not
has
racist.
killed-
He's xenophobic.
Yeah, he's xenophobic. He has kill contingencies for all the aliens.
He kill aliens all the time.
Right.
Meanwhile, Joker blew up Bloodhaven because it's Tuesday. So he destroyed a whole suburb and created a supervillain, Chemo, in the process. And he's still walking around.
Still alive.
Martian Manhunter came down and said, hey, Earth is in trouble. Batman said, I know how to kill you with fire.
You don't like fire, huh? Cool.
I never played this game, so I'm intrigued by,
But the overall,
if you try it.
free to play. The story, it's very open-ended because it's one of them that it has to keep going. But the story wasn't a bad premise either. Your kid, Brainiac came down, did some stuff, you're kidnapped. You get powers now, so you got to go out and do stuff. And it kicks off. It's not a bad premise and everything. It's just Batman's a failure.
Honestly, the most entertaining part of the game for me is traversing the open world using the abilities that you pick.
Yeah.
Okay. But so what makes him is that what makes him one of the worst, is that he's basically not traditional Batman?
No, how do I explain this? In this, he still had all his failures in this. He still created Brother Eye. He still doesn't put down the incredibly major villains and things like that. Everything that you attribute to Batman failing it, he still has in this game. But now they don't even give him the things that make him win.
Right.
So he's just overall terrible at his job.
Okay. You got a good case there. I mean, because generally, when we play as Batman, in other games, like he's pretty much, untouchable. Like he's always going to find a way,
right,
to get out of it. So I can see that.
That's why we're not talking about the one from Arkham.
Right.
Oh yeah, that man.
Because he handled that business.
yeah, he did.
I got all three right over here.
He still don't kill the Joker. Still don't kill the Joker. That's my only real issue with Batman. Kill the Joker at least. He earned it many times.
Many times, Teeners.
Stay out my brain. Because I almost said that too.
Shit, Red Hood was like, look, why, would you kill this one?
That's why I like the Red Hood. He's Batman. Yeah. He's Batman to where he should be.
Right.
He evolved to handle the real threats of Gotham.
Right.
Put his bullet in their brain.
He's Spike Batman. He's like, I'll beat you with a Batman. That's what the Red Hood.
Look, after a while, even Robin Grayson started packing heat. Age of 37.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the Grayson comics, he had a banger.
Okay. So we got Batman from DC Universe Online. Okay. All right. So you want to go, Gotti? Where would you go?
Yeah, I'll go ahead there.
Okay. Wait a minute. He got some
adjusting in their seats.
This man doing he hit this.
Right. Let me get ready.
So since we're talking about DC heroes.
Wait a minute.
Go for the big blue Boy Scout. Superman.
Oh, where you going with this?
Yeah.
Let's see. Superman is a hero who they just make powerful enough to beat whatever threat he comes up against. Yet, with all that power, there seems to still always be threats in Metropolis. I'm just saying, if I'm a god,
which he did declare himself as such.
That's essentially what he is in DC Universe.
And he did declare himself a god at some point, too.
Yeah. And the world all seems, as he said before, like I live in a world made of paper, and I have to restrain myself from breaking everything. When the villain arrives, why not break them?
At least like
Darkseid,
3 or something.
Darkseid comes back every time to conquer the earth. Every time. Thousands of people die. Every time. City gets destroyed. Every time. In the comics, Batman was the only one that at some point was like, enough of this. Shooting him.
You said Batman's latest encounters with Darkseid, he
to the extent of Darkseid sees Superman as enough of a threat that I need to take you out before I can conquer Earth like I want to. Handle the business. Lex Luthor, a human, throwing his side constantly. Bald head rich man. He is bald head Batman with no morals. He is Bruce Wayne with no morals. This is your major villain. A rich man when you a god. I'm sorry. Bad at his job. We can even go to Injustice. Now I know people gonna say, "Oh, you going to the Injustice games?" The Joker dosed him. I don't care. You killed your wife and your unborn baby by accident. Only thing I agree with, he killed the Joker right after that.
Yeah.
It was Joker's fault. But then he went on to enslave the world.
Like that was a logical next step.
He had a personal loss in his life, and his alien ass decided to enslave the world because he couldn't handle his own home life. You took it out on the world. Went to the White House, said enough of this. No more nothing. Next person to use violence, I'm killing them on the planet. I put that on everything I love.
Hey, he just made the most gangster of hugs ever.
On everything I love, homie. The next person who open up and try to kill somebody, I'm gonna kill him. No more killing unless I do it. Just me. Oh yeah, let me also say he in Injustice, he killed Shazam. Shazam is Billy Batson. He's a child. They all know he's a child. He murdered a child. Not because he did something wrong, because he did not agree with his thought process and what he was doing. He killed a child.
Because a child thought that murder and enslavement is
your
wrong.
Hero? This is your hero. Fuck that Kryptonian. I said it.
Okay.
I said it.
Fuck the kids.
Fuck that Kryptonian.
Hey, okay. Damn, so we got Batman and Superman.
Connor Kent, that's the only Kryptonian I respect. And he had.
We got Batman and we got Superman. Like it's the no Justice League, huh? That's how we do it.
I like it.
I rock with Wonder Woman.
Okay. Well.
Oh yeah.
Cyborg.
Oh hell yeah.
Flashlight sometimes when he's not fucking up the timeline. We ain't gonna talk about him though.
Right. We don't discuss Flashpoint. Okay, well, let me get to mine. I'm going with Aiden Pierce. Yes, Aiden Pierce from the Watch Dogs series.
First one.
Well, he actually appears in the second one and the most recent one, Legion. Even though I haven't played Legion, but he does appear in the second one.
Wait, there's a third one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Watch Dogs Legion.
So they failed twice, and they said, "Let's do it one more time."
But see, it's in London. I'm not sure. Like from what I'm seeing, the game is getting good ratings, but yeah.
I don't know what city the first game was in. They say it was Chicago, but
but it wasn't Chicago.
It wasn't Chicago.
We're gonna get to that. That's one thing at a time, okay?
Jesus,
focus on the character. We're not gonna get into the game. That's another.
Sorry.
That's a whole other topic because we're not going to discuss the fact that Lake Michigan does not have mountains on the other side. Okay? We're not going to talk about it. Anyway.
Great Plains State, that's all we say.
I got pissed off.
Let's keep going.
I saw his face again, I got angry. I hate him so much.
Look,
whatever Jamari about to say, I agree with John.
Well, hold on. Let me get to it.
You got to get to the points that we agree with.
Yeah. So
you got to get there.
Yeah. So basically, a little background on the game. Watch Dogs is a game, very innovative game when it was debuted. I'm trying to think what year was the game.
16.
Yeah, I think it was 2013 and 2016. But before the game was released, like the lead up to it, when it was at the E3 conference, like it was some groundbreaking new technology. You know, like you basically the trailer that they showed was Aiden, who was basically walking around and hacking into everything. You know, that that he basically could hack. You can hack streetlights. You can hack cars. You can hack, people's phones. I mean, anything that basically has like some technology used for it, you can hack it. And so when you think about series like Hitman, you know what I'm saying, how you could take, you can transform yourself in disguise and basically, it creates this idea like, man, you can become a hitman and, do different things to get to your target. So when Watch Dogs is coming out and I see the trailer, I'm hyped. So the game comes out. It's supposed to be based in Chicago. And they do a bad job of that. As far as the landscape, like it was pretty bad. The game mechanics was pretty bad overall too. You know what I'm saying? But Aiden Pierce is he's a hacker himself. So like the way that he got his start, like he basically grew up learning about computers, and then when he became an adult, he used his knowledge to, to commit, scams and this thing like that. So, I guess, it's the typical story. Like he's very protective of. He has a sister and a niece or a nephew in the game that he's very protective of. So basically, you start off with this job with this other guy, and that job goes left. And the thing with Aiden is throughout the game he's very calm. He's under pressure. Like he keeps a clear mind. He works through the missions. Real with a calm, cool composure to him. You know what I'm saying? He's even like perform parkour. You know what I'm saying, to escape the police and all that stuff. Like he has a telescopic baton. Like what I'm saying. He's a decent. You'd be like, okay, I can play with this dude. You know what I'm saying? I can play him as a character. Here's my problem though, is that a lot of times the game gets off an unnecessary Grand Theft Auto feel to it. Because you can just walk around and just hack into somebody's phone and steal money from them. They don't have to do anything. They could just be walking down the street and you basically go around hacking people's phone. So your pockets is getting fatter for no reason. You're not spending money on a lot like weapons, maybe cars, but you're not really spending money on anything. You don't need this money for real. You're just hacking people just for the sake of I'm a hacker. I can do it. You know what I'm saying? And it just kind of throws me off because it's like I get the idea that you have this this vengeance, this vengeful side of you because he had lost I think it was his son. He had lost his son in a car accident, something like that. And basically he's trying to like get revenge for that. And the thing is, I get it, but at the same time, I just feel like you walk around hacking unnecessary people. You basically attack people. Like if you get in trouble if you attack the police, you know what I'm saying? If you attack innocent civilians, you know what I'm saying? They call the police on you, or you get in trouble for that. But oftentimes I just kind of feel like, is it necessary? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it really necessary? Because I'm like, who cares? Like, I understand you got a story, like if you look at like a Nathan Drake or a Laura Croft or, they're considerate when it comes to the lives of innocent people, So it's like he has compassion for the people that he's close to, but he won't hesitate in taking another life if he has to. And the thing is, he just comes off cold-hearted and like without conscience to me. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, like, yeah, you're doing it because you want to stop the corruption plaguing the city. The city runs on a system like the CTOS system. So there's a lot of corruption going on with that. And I don't say you're trying to like stop the corruption, but in the midst of all that, he does more. Like he causes more damage than necessary for me. Now, if you're the type of person that be like, I don't really care, you know what I'm saying? If you're the type of gamer where like they have a reputation bar where you can be a good character or a bad character, go at it, have at it. But I just be sitting there playing the game. I'm just like, man, this is unnecessary, bro. Like we don't. These people mean nothing. They don't have anything. There's no connection from doing these things to the actual game. It's just, Ubisoft said, hey, let's just make it where you can do it because the technology is there, and he's a hacker and he can just do shit. It's like, okay, and you like get to the point.
How does this progress the story? How does this help me?
Yeah, it don't help me. It's like
random acts of chaos.
Yeah, it's like I get it. I get it sometimes, but sometimes it's like, man, you're just stretching this game out. It's unnecessary. We don't need to do this. So you already messed up by trying to replicate the city of Chicago, and that was a horrible thing you did. And then, on top of that,
man.
Like it just fell short. I feel like the game overall fell short, and the characters' storyline fell short. So
it was also placed in the fictional world of Shy York, California.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. They had a whole bridge that looked like San Francisco. Like,
right.
I'm sorry. Actually, the second game was based in San Francisco, but. You
I didn't even play the second one.
Yeah, you can't even look. The second one, I'm not, man.
The first one was so bad. I said, "Fuck that whole franchise."
Right.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. If you're a hacker, I'm not saying that you shouldn't have the ability to protect yourself, but why are you killing people? Why are you beating people up and shooting people? Why? Why are we doing this? You a hacker.
I always said he was a sociopath.
That's it. That's what it is. Yeah. He definitely. Yeah. Yeah. That there you go. Because I mean, it's just like I said, it doesn't make sense, bro. You gonna be a hacker, or you gonna be a hitman, or you gonna be pick one. What are you? Complicated. Okay, cool. But you give me a storyline and a game style gameplay where you're focusing on, hey, this game is based around, using technology to your advantage. But oftentimes that's not even the case. If you want me to beat somebody up, then just do that. Don't just give me a case that, hey, you're a hacker, but you're also a hitman, and you're also a kidnapper, and you're also a thief. Like, make up your mind. What you want me to do? So that's my choice for worst hero. So now we're at the last of it. I'm just gonna continue on. You can put the screen back on me. You can put the screen back on me because, ironically, when I say Aiden Pierce and describing his character, I want to go to a different game with a fictional character and very off the wall person, but we're gonna go with Trevor Phillips from Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah, this ain't the perfect image for Trevor.
Right.
This says everything about him.
You see
Dirty
that?
shirt,
It really does.
Baseball bat.
That's Trevor.
Trevor Phillips, which is based on Stephen Ogg's physical appearance. Stephen Ogg is a actor who I haven't seen much of him before the game, but I know he was a regular on a Walking Dead after his appearance in Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah. He has some Trevor moments in The Walking Dead too. Basically, start to believe that's really him.
He does.
Might really be him.
So the thing with Trevor is this: he's one of the main 3 playable protagonists in Grand Theft Auto 5, along with Michael DeSanta and Franklin Clinton. So basically, the game works out where their stories, their paths cross each other. So he's a career criminal, former bank robber. He's he leads his own organization, Trevor Phillips Enterprises, and at the beginning of the game, you start off with him and Michael robbing the bank, and they get caught in a shootout outside the bank, and him and Michael basically get separated, and so apparently Michael basically runs off and he goes into witness protection, I guess you could say. Not really, but while Trevor is basically, looking for him. Now, the thing is that his personality is how can I describe this?
Touch.
Psychotic?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's he a lot like Aiden Pierce. He cares about the people that's very close to him, but he's very antisocial.
Does he though? Does he care about the people close to him?
Enough.
Enough. Yeah, enough. He look. He wants to go in on his people, but he gives them a pass from time to time. But he still cares about it. But the reason why I say Trevor is the worst hero, even though the GTA game series is not really about being a hero overall. They're not real heroes. But out of respect to the other characters in the game, Trevor often just ends up in situations where you're just it can be overwhelming. So when you pick a character, you start the game, right, you can switch to the other character at any time during the game. And usually when you switch to the other character and you basically, that character could be anywhere in the city doing their own thing. So Franklin, he could be coming out of his house. He could be, Michael could be chilling with his family or whatever. Not Trevor. Trevor will, you switch to Trevor, he's naked on the beach. He's running from the cops. He's chasing somebody down with his truck.
To run them over.
He runs them over. That's just really no true purpose to his story to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
we just put him in there to do Trevor shit.
Yeah, he's interesting, but it's just like, no, there's really no purpose here. It's almost like you just really here to incite me in a way. Like, okay.
Yeah, he's literally you be sitting there like, man, Trevor gonna Trev, man. That's what he gonna do. Trevor gonna Trev.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I understand, I don't know. He has a lot of issues. Like basically Trevor found out that Michael faked his death. He thought Michael was dead. And so, he basically is on a hunt to look for Trevor. But meanwhile, they get into some, like, it's a whole I can't even break it down fully because when you think about Trevor, it could be just a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot to deal with. Like the missions you go on with him, it's like, it is unnecessary. Completely unnecessary. But I don't know. He's considered a hero in the game along with Franklin and Michael, but he's not a great hero. Now I could have really just picked all three of them, but I'm gonna focus on Trevor because he's the most just out of his mind with it. So yeah, that's how I'm in that. So. Yeah, so that's how I'm in that.
So, y'all ready for this?
Go ahead.
My last hero. Pretty sure we all know him. You put him on the screen. Kratos.
Oh, don't do this.
Kratos from the God of War. Also known as the Ghost of Sparta. Great warrior, right?
Yeah.
Demigod.
Yep.
Been on many adventures. Slayed many monsters. Gods.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's just say that he... reason why I believe he's bad at his job is because, first off, he was being manipulated by the God of War, Ares, because that's what Ares does. Ares gonna Ares. But in his psychotic rage, you might notice a theme with the heroes I don't like. Psychotic rage, he kills his own family and then blames everybody else for what he did. It's Ares' fault I did this. No, you can see. You can still see.
Yeah.
His thirst for power was his downfall. He basically upended. I understand. Zeus ain't, the most upright, upstanding, godly citizen.
No.
Zeus be out here whoring in the streets. We seen him.
Right.
Whole lot of demigods walking around there with Zeus as their daddy. Kratos is another one of them, by the way. But the whole thing of your vengeance leaking out too. I need to take down Olympus and all of the gods for vengeance for something that you actually did with your own hands. He killed his family. Zeus ain't kill his family. If anything, I can see Ares maybe. But you handled that in the first game.
But he wasn't controlled. Like he was controlled, right? Like he wasn't. He was under some type of.
He went into a berserker rage.
Okay.
But all I'm saying is, you go into a berserker rage, no matter what the reasoning behind it is. Blood on your hands officially. Ares, I could understand. but all of Olympus, because you pissed off, you found out you a guy. It was manipulated by one guy. All of Olympus, we got to kill everybody.
I mean, hey,
everybody. See, I talked about completing the mission. His mission was completed. He decided to keep choosing new missions as he completed them. Oh, killed all these people. More. but more. Only other time I get with him is in the more recent one where he's in the Northlands dealing with that. He was totally minding his business in that one.
Right.
They came for him. I'm with him in that. But all the other games leading up to that, all of it was your fault, bro. You chose this, and now you mad.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I wasn't too mad at him.
I enjoy the games. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
He made some poor choices, though.
He made poor choices.
Don't they all?
Instead of living with his consequences, his poor choices, he decided to take him out on the world.
Shit, they all do. And that's why we're here talking about it.
Yep.
Bad hero. Just a bad job. That's all. Yeah. I'm done. Fuck Kratos too.
All right, graphics. That's the last one.
So, we go with everybody's favorite, Mario.
Wow.
This is how we see him. This is how we see Mario. That's all for us.
First
Me
thing,
and Frank anyway.
What is his job?
A plumber.
What did he fix there?
Nothing.
He fixed a lot of graves for animals.
First thing he does upon entering an alien planet, an alien world, is start jumping on its wildlife.
Yeah, Peter gonna be all over that man.
Then
Turtles
he goes,
not turtles.
Without knowing whatever this world's viewpoints and beliefs are on how to handle political matters, he goes and tries to start revolutions and create wars with violence. You can say, well, Koopa kidnapped the princess, but she keep getting caught. At some point,
she belonged to the streets.
She said,
like,
"Oh no, please don't take me to your castle.
I ain't seen an extra lock on nothing. Matter of fact, I ain't seen a lock on her castle. Everyone just coming them doors on the cutscenes and stuff as they please."
Hey, she want to get caught.
She ain't even got a doorman. There's no security guard.
You literally,
she ain't got a traffic cop. Nothing.
Some could say you can't save her because she don't want to be saved.
But that's neither here nor there. The topic is Mario.
Shout out to J. Cole.
Cold world out here.
Cold world.
Shout out to Omer.
But
hey, shout out to Hot Damn My Rock too. Because he tried to say it, but he's like, I hung up on the So he tried to say it too.
But so he just goes and intervenes in otherworldly political affairs that he knows nothing of. He just showed up and now he want alien twat, so he finna go jump on lizards.
Also, let's remember, he's a plumber.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't your plumbing life made you decide that I need to start a revolution in an alien world?
I think if you go back to the picture, it'll answer that question.
But hey,
mushrooms make you big.
Now,
what if Mario is the gaming version of the plumber that was on that episode of Martin? Remember that Martin?
Wait a minute. Whoa. Because they thought he was dead and he was on the ground.
So
And
like
maybe he just went to another world.
there you go.
Hey, look, I've always really said that this game was a metaphor for drug usage. It was like he popped shrooms to feel big and everything and go to different worlds.
Yeah.
That star makes him feel invincible, but you see a little bit of that dust behind it, don't you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's angel dust.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And the music gets faster. Yeah.
The fire plant make him spit, make him spit fire. Sound like he smoke weed and want to be a rapper.
Yeah.
You know, a little, see what I'm saying? Little druggish.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, bottom line, he does everything but plumb. This nigga, he was a doctor one game. He's a referee.
Doctor.
Oh yeah, he is a referee. Hey, you know, Nintendo said, hey, we're gonna get a little glimpse.
So let me tell you something that I heard online. The creator of Mario, his theory behind the character was that Mario is a character and all of the games are like movies, and that's why he plays different roles in the different games.
He actually did say that himself, the creator.
Mm.
And it's an interesting thing, but when you very first, here's the ultimate reason why I say Mario is a terrible hero. Everyone loves him, right?
Not really.
What was his very first entrance?
Donkey Kong.
If y'all don't believe Mario is a villain,
the very first time you see him, he trying to kill a gorilla with a hammer. The gorilla at the top just trying to keep him away from him, and he trying to get up there to kill him. He throwing barrels and little flames going down there. Just stay away from me, man.
Just leave me alone. I'm chilling.
Leave me alone. Me and the princess up here. It's the princess again. She up there chilling.
Hey, don't that make you think of the King Kong movie with Jack Black in it?
Yep.
See?
So literally,
that's all I'm saying.
Okay.
So the first time he showed up, he tried to take the princess by killing the gorilla. That didn't work. So then she got a giant lizard to protect her next. So she went from King Kong to Godzilla.
Right.
She tried to move up in armor.
Maybe she's into that stuff.
You know, I'm not judging.
I feel like somebody, if you have to keep coming to try to save the same person, they don't want to be saved.
You don't want to be saved. Let them go.
Leave them alone. Let them go.
And then you're gonna bring your coworker along.
Drag your brother into this too. Like
what's she doing?
And Luigi don't never look like he want to be there. He don't never want to be involved. His whole look is like. And as players,
come on, he's skinnier, but he moves slower.
He just be like, man.
I guess. Let's go. That's all I'm saying.
Fuck Mario too.
Damn, bro. Oh, boys. So
you know damn about Mario.
Wow.
They the worst. The worst.
So that's basically our list of best heroes and worst heroes.
Yeah.
So, tune in for the next episode. We're gonna, switch to the best villains and the worst villains, and that's gonna be even. I mean,
gets interesting.
Yeah. So look out for that one. Well, now let's move on to the next topic. Y'all want to? What is a topic too sensitive to touch in gaming? Wow, that's a good discussion because there is a game that is supposed to be released this year, but it was actually canceled back in 2009. It's a game called 6 Days in Fallujah. I hope I said that right.
Yeah.
Okay. And the trailer was released this past week. And the thing is, the game is basically centered around the it's the focus of the game is directly on the Iraq War. So it was canceled back in 2009 because it caused a lot of controversy because the game is basically based on real events. You know, they actually used real soldiers that was from the game or in that war to basically build this world that you play in the game. And what happens is in the game, you're in this area, and like every time that you start the game, it basically switches the map, so it's never the same map when you play it. So it's like, you start the game and you're trying to go into a house, the house is gonna look different. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna move the stairs, they're gonna move the entrance, they're gonna switch it around because they're trying to make it to where, it's as realistic as possible to where what it feels like to be a soldier at war, basically. You know what I'm saying? You don't necessarily know what lies on the other side of the door. You know what I'm saying? So they're trying to like build that connect that emotion to it. But the thing is, it's receiving a lot of criticism because this is, like I said, this is based on real events, and they sat down with narration from soldiers who were present during the battle, and so it's like it's just rubbing people the wrong way. I mean, enough to where the game was, like I said, canceled 2009. So it got me thinking that when is there ever a time where a game is too sensitive to touch? If there's a topic where it's too much controversy around it. What y'all think about that?
I don't know. For me, I feel like when you're delving too much into the real events, like a situation like that where lives were lost, if you're recreating exact events from it where it's people that are currently here who may have lost somebody in that or might have lived through that, and it might trigger an emotional response as bad, it might be a little touchy. That'll be like if somebody decided we're going to make a 9/11 simulator. No, we're not. We're never going to do that. It's been certain games that were canceled at the time of release because of 9/11, because they had the Twin Towers still in the game. And they pushed it back and they removed whole sections of the game because of that. So I feel like it's certain is ways you can do it, but like a game specifically about that particular thing that might be a little rough for certain people.
Right.
There's not a level on Call of Duty. There's a game about Fallujah. It's like, whoo.
Yeah, they went there, and it's like
who cleared this? Who cleared that? Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, I think if you think about just like throughout the history of gaming, like at a certain point, like you could just go to when we think about sensitivity, is it based on sensitive to your emotions, or it could be is it overall just the controversy of the game? Like you think about like Leisure Suit Larry. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Like that's a game where came out a long time ago. It was controversial for its obscenities and mature humor. So it's like you got games like that, but then you got games like Splatterhouse, Mortal Kombat. Grand Theft Auto.
Honestly, to an extent, we could talk about Mortal Kombat because I recently just found out that the coders and game developers that were working on that game had to go through therapy because of all the violent images that they constantly had to consume while creating that game. They literally offered them therapy sessions. So they basically had a form of trauma after looking at all those images constantly on a daily basis.
Right.
Or you can bring up we talking about controversial game Bully. It was done by Rockstar.
Yeah.
When you literally are advancing yourself as to be the best bully at the school, boarding school that you had.
Right.
Which is a game that now, if they tried to put that out, it would never be released because the world is anti-bullying. Because they actually finally started paying attention. Oh, kids are getting bullied and then emotionally distraught and then harming themselves. Yeah, it's been happening. Y'all just started to pay attention to it. So a game like that wouldn't fly in the world now as to when it came out.
Hey, I feel you. I mean, there's even a game. There's a game called Playing History, Slave Trade.
What?
Yeah.
You know that.
I heard of that madness.
Like it had like a slave Tetris mini game. It was later removed for like this insensitive like depictions of slavery, like for real.
This is a game that was released?
Yeah.
In the world?
Yeah. It was released on the PC.
Yeah. But see, here's the thing: PC rules are a little looser.
Yeah, you know.
So you get stuff like this.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah. So it's like
my brain broke when you said this. Wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
It legit happened.
Okay, sure.
And you know, I don't know, like you just think about, you know, like going back to Mortal Kombat, where it's like, you know, that game started in the arcade, and you know, depending on, you know, by the time it came to like the, you know, the home console, you had to put in the code to get the blood. You know what I'm saying, on the game. So
on Super.
Yeah, a Sega too. I remember Sega do that too. But yeah, I mean, I think it's there is a line, but it's a blurred line, I think, because it's, I don't know, like what is it? Freedom of speech, right? Like, would you consider that freedom of speech as far as
you know? I look at it like this. I look at freedom of speech like this, and then I treat all forms of entertainment like this too. Is you're free to say whatever you wanted to say, but the person that hears it is free to do whatever they want to do with that information you just gave them. So you're free to call, you know, it's free. You're free to call somebody a nigga. How they take that from you?
You're also free to get punched in the face after you say
right. So, what is your game? What is your movie? What is your show giving? Like, how far are you trying to go under the guise of entertainment? It was like when I first saw the 6 Days in Fallujah, I was kind of hyped for it because I was just thinking about the mechanics,
right,
and stuff, and I was like, yeah, I could try some of this for real. You know. I don't know, like somewhere like day 3 or something after I saw the video and things, I'm sitting there thinking like, man, I knew people that was there and came back different.
Yeah, that was the thing. Like when you sent us the trailer, I said, Fallujah though? Immediately I was like, Fallujah? Really? How? Huh? And then I watched the trailer. I'm like, oh no.
And so this is one, you know, normally if y'all know nothing else about me, I will try a game out. Y'all will hear some weird titles dropped and stuff from me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so it takes a lot for me to say, is this too much though? And this is one of them. It's one of those rare occurrences where did you need the narrative to do the game? they get these Marines and stuff to come and help them with movies that are completely fictional.
Right, that we needed to be this exact subject matter could have just been a
Right.
fictional thing, and you got these people to still consult.
Right.
Okay, I can see that. I mean, because I was just thinking like when you think about Call of Duty, Battlefield, where it's like those are generally based around real events as far as like the timeline, but
Right.
actual people that participated in the war, but it's still based on a timeline. You know what I'm saying? And it could be biased because it's usually from the lens of you know I'm assuming like I don't really play the game. I don't really play that series as often, but it's usually from the lens of the American patriotic lens, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So I think it's one of the things where it's like I can see it as controversial. I mean, I haven't really heard a lot of uproar, but people just feel the same way about the Call of Duty series. You know what I'm saying? And Rainbow Six, or things like that. But I don't know. And to be honest, the game looks fun. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
So it's like, yeah, I don't know. I might.
It was one of those things. I was really looking. I was interested in checking it out because of the gameplay and everything. It's just the fact that the story is so real. Sometimes with something this real, you have to consider some extremes. One of these extremes is this is directly how you can create a real life supervillain. What happens when one of these family members from over there realizes their pain and suffering is on display for public entertainment?
Oh, damn. You took it there.
It's reality.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's like the game looked fun though. And this is where I'm at. Like mentally, like, damn, this is messed up.
Well, that happens that happens in any medium though. Any entertainment sector is like movies, music, you know what I'm saying? It's like something's gonna trigger something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody differently, So but I don't know. Like I said, it comes down to freedom, freedom of speech and expression, and
can y'all be mad when somebody else responds? And I'm not. It don't always got to be like that extreme. What I'm saying,
right.
But people can boycott, protest, or whatever. And at that point, it's like, can you be mad? You put it out there. You had to know you was gonna get some form of a reaction.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like, people need to understand freedom of expression isn't freedom from repercussion.
Right.
Exactly. And knowing that, they're gonna say, well, shit, let's get paid off of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get paid off the pain.
Sometimes getting paid off pain gets pain in return, depending on the situation.
And that's why I'm just like, I just got to think of a moment, is it good money? And then that's how I make my decision if I'm going to touch the game or not.
Well, we shall see. Because like I said,
right.
the game is scheduled to be released later this year. So I'm sure it's going to come out. I mean, like I said, it was already canceled at one point. So for them to reintroduce it got to be like, hey, whatever. So
they might have thought about all the same stuff we talking about and thought about it might still be worth it. Who knows?
Right.
Yeah.
So we'll check back in later on, see how that comes about. Moving on to this next topic. Microsoft, good old Microsoft, is making moves to purchase Discord. For those who don't know what Discord is, can somebody explain that?
Discord is basically It's a social app that you can use in order to interact with your fan base or your internet following. So it is free to use. So say you have, like with me, my Twitch account, because I do my stuff through Stream Labs, I have access to create my own Discord. And that's how you can interact directly with the people who follow you and watch your content. So it gives you a way to talk to them without having to get a DM or like on IG or stuff like that. Like it's a virtual community space.
There you go. There you go. Some would say it's a creator community.
Definitely create a community.
So basically, they're in discussion to purchase Discord for the amount of 10 billion good old dollars.
I need to make an app.
Right.
I need to make 10 billion.
Yeah,
Yep.
10 billion. Now, the thing is, like, you look at all of these acquisitions that go on. These companies that they create these different communities and platforms, and oftentimes, they do well enough, and they get offered with being bought out or acquired by bigger companies. What do you think about that? Is that good? Does it make sense, or is there a line that you don't cross on that one?
Sometimes it works out. Like you get some times that work out, like when Sony bought Naughty Dog.
Okay,
that's paid off.
Definitely paid off.
You know what I'm saying?
But I also feel like that's paid off because they bought Naughty Dog as in to put it underneath their flag, but not mess with what they do. We like what you do, now do it for us.
You have other examples of things like that, like Squaresoft and Enix. And things
like what you do, now do it for us.
Right.
Things. Sega and Sammy.
Do it for us.
You have a lot of these working formulas.
Right.
Then there's Microsoft.
We like what you do, now do it the way we want you to do it.
It seemed like every company they grab kind of starts just getting a little bit lower on the totem pole.
Right, because they just bought Bethesda, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
How's those glitches working?
Glitches be glitching.
Right.
Glitches be glitching.
You know what I'm saying? When exactly did people say Halo started sucking? Round 4? A little bit, maybe.
If you ask me, it was around Halo.
But
so when Microsoft basically took over.
Microsoft took over Bungie, and that's when they started saying Halo went down the toilet. Fans of Halo started saying this.
Okay.
That's where it doesn't make sense for me. It's like if I see that you're doing something well and making money and profiting, and then I acquire you, my whole thing in acquiring you is because I want that money that you make to be money that I make now.
And they failed.
Interfere with what you do other than to help enhance it.
Let me show you how they failed at doing this. What Kata suggested. Bungie jumped ship and went to Sony and make Destiny.
Wow.
Welcome home.
we left the light on.
And Destiny's great.
Microsoft acquires Rare.
Mm-hmm.
First thing they do is give you Killer Instinct with Jago as the only selectable playable character. That's what you start with. This is not a demo.
It's a game. You go play one game.
You got to buy the characters. You got to buy the whole game per character and per stage and per music.
Wait, what?
Yeah. They essentially made you buy the game in pieces.
You know, somewhere like 2-3 years later, it was sold as a whole unit, but they couldn't figure that out upon release.
You could.
Maybe it'd be a good idea to give them the whole game all at once. Like, you know, games have been delivered for countless decades.
You want your little game? Here's a piece.
So it's like,
now here's another piece. Buy this.
So Microsoft,
one more. Buy this too.
So Microsoft was out here with the Snapchat premium OnlyFans.
People want to see more, subscribe. Click inward to see more. Swipe up.
Oh, Microsoft.
Swipe up ass out of here.
You know, it's like Microsoft fanboys, which I gotta say that because everything got fanboys. There's fans of stuff, and then there's people that blindly praise something even when it's bad.
Yeah.
If y'all didn't notice from how I described Batman, he's my favorite DC character.
Right.
I'm just willing to call his bull.
Yeah.
You will run into people he can do no wrong.
Yeah, me on the other hand, I actually hate Superman.
That's different.
Shout out to Henry Cavill though. I like his version of Superman.
But yeah, it's the fanboys cheer this stuff on. But is it really helping anything if the product keeps suffering?
Well, it's helping their pockets. It's helping line their pockets. Because you look at Microsoft, you also look at companies like EA, with Call of Duty, with Madden. You know what I'm saying? You look at 2K Sports with like the 2K series, whereas these games come out annually, and regardless of how poor ratings they get, they're still the most high selling games every year.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Now,
it is true.
I will say, in my opinion, let me say that again. In my opinion, Warzone was the smartest thing that Call of Duty did.
Yeah, that makes sense. That made a lot of sense. So
it was free and cross-platform.
Right. That makes sense.
Genius.
Now I see your point with Microsoft and the acquiring of games. But what do you think about the whole Discord move though? Like this is a community
in terms of them with their software and apps and things and how they're supposed to perform, right?
Right.
Microsoft history on that? How was your Windows 2000?
Hush up. Shut your mouth. You shut your mouth now. I don't want to talk about that. How about, I really feel like, and I hope they don't do it, but I feel like they're going to try to turn Discord into Microsoft Teams.
Mm-hmm.
And there's absolutely nothing wrong with Discord. Is perfect as it is. Every feature they've added to Discord has been helpful. I'm literally in 6 different Discords.
I'm literally still trying to figure out Discords.
I'm in 6 different ones. There's been watch parties and everything else. And then we watch movies together.
I'm in the same boat as Elements. I'm still figuring out Discord. I just put it back on the phone and all that.
Oh no! Shout out to BT Kings. There's a whole lot of watch parties up in Discord.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure that out. So, and
I
guess
just had a notification pop up for Alexandra right now. Discord.
well, maybe in some sense that Microsoft will make it easier. Will make it more user friendly.
The hotkeys on computers are supposed to be easier. How do those work for you?
Well, shut up.
See? Now you know how I feel. Say, hey, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
Looking at my keys. I'm looking at my keys right now. I'm like, oh, what does that mean?
He said, man, shut up.
Uh,
He said, went on your conversation. Man, shut up.
I had a point. I had a whole damn point. But yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I just hope. This is what I hope they don't do. Because it is a free resource for creators.
Right.
And people who just like online community.
Right.
Without all the drama of some of the social media platforms.
Right.
See, now I actually think I might check it out more.
Microsoft does not try to put it behind a paywall.
Yeah,
like they like to do, and make you subscribe to a year. Because remember how you used to be able to buy a disc with your program on it and then use it, but now you have to subscribe to everything and keep paying them in order to use it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just hope they don't do it. I need them not to do it.
I don't know. I think
I'm already paying for enough subscriptions. I'm not paying for a Discord subscription. It's not happening.
Well, I don't know. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt that they'll be smarter on this one, on this move, because if you think about Discord, you think about Clubhouse, you think about all these different platforms that come out like 2 or 3 times a year nowadays. You know what I'm saying? It's like at a certain point, you know, these bigger companies, corporations, like they start to smarten up and say, okay, look, we just need to get our hand on this. You know, we'll buy into it, but we want to still let you run it because they don't have time to, you know, you look at the past, you look at Netflix and Blockbuster. You know what I'm saying? Like when Netflix came to Blockbuster said, hey, look, I got this idea, why don't you jump on board? Blockbuster was like, no.
Oh, Rumph.
No
one wants to stream things.
Look at Blockbuster now.
They want to touch.
Netflix came out with a documentary series talking about the last Blockbuster.
If that wasn't the funniest middle finger.
Bruh, the last Blockbuster is an Airbnb right now.
Right. So
and it's not expensive at all.
At all. And so when you think about that, it's like, hopefully these companies smarten up, like, you know, hey, we got to pay attention because, you know, if you're looking at the trajectory of like where you know, companies and communities are going, it's all about creation. It's all about being a creator.
Right.
So you should smarten up and say, okay, let me not interrupt this.
That's all I hope happens.
Stop touching stuff.
Right.
Hide and leave it alone. Leave it alone.
No, they want their hands and everything, bro. So
that's like buying one of them Roomba vacuums, and then you still gonna put your foot on it and push it around around the house. Vacuum over here. No, just program it and leave it alone.
Right.
Let it do what it does.
Like that's it. Like that's all I want from them. Just don't mess up a winning formula.
Well, we're gonna see how
it play out.
Is it gonna be, you know?
Because their track record ain't that great.
Yeah, when you launch the satellite into orbit, you don't keep messing with it. You just watch it to make sure it don't fall out the sky.
But all I'm saying is their CEO is sitting there talking about trying to get people to take this vaccine and get rid of stuff. But Windows, how many viruses happened on the computer?
Focus on your own viruses.
Their track record don't look that great. So I just want this to work out. Like that's all hilarious. I'm saying.
That's hilarious. Fix your own viruses before you come here touching real world ones. That was great.
Yeah.
Good job, graphics.
Yeah. Yeah. You get extra life for that one. You get an extra.
There's a one up right there.
Oh wow. Okay. Hey, well on that note, we're gonna leave it at that, man. I think that was a good topic to address.
Let us know how y'all feel in the comments.
Yeah, let us know how y'all feel, man.
These are just our opinions.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna say some things that probably some of us in this podcast are not gonna like.
It happens.
It happens. We don't agree on everything, and we don't expect you to agree with everything we say. Like when I say, fuck Kryptonians.
I will make sure it happens. So, yeah, but man, we appreciate everybody that's been tuning in, and paying attention. Please, do us a favor. Follow us at Respekt My Gamer. That's RESPEKT My Gamer on Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Keep up with us, what we got going on. And we got some good stuff, good topics, man. Hopefully we can keep this going. And if y'all got any ideas for topics that you all want us to, touch on, please, hit us up. Let us know. And we'll think about it and we'll get into it. So I am Elements MC. You can call me Ja. You can follow me on PlayStation. That's my choice of weapon, gaming weapons. Elements MC. And my other friends here, Canis 007.
Follow me on Twitch at Canis 007. That's what I'm working on building up right now. If you see me on IG, it's a whole different name over there. I don't want to get into that right now. We'll talk about that as well. I'm gonna see if I can switch it to this, but IG is run by Facebook, and sometimes Facebook don't let you do things.
Yeah.
Yep.
One name. Okay, one name.
Right.
The Comedic 7. Lately, I've been doing YouTube gaming more. That's G&G AI Universe.
G&G AI Universe.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a whole wrestling universe thing going on there.
And there are some very interesting matches. Y'all should check it out.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you especially if you into WWE, what I'm saying, things like that. So.
And in my opinion, once again, I say in my opinion, it's more entertaining than watching, the real wrestlers. Because,
stuff happens.
Hey, maybe that's another topic we could talk about next time. Fighting games.
Fighting.
Yeah, I know you got a lot to say about that. So, but we're gonna hold off on that topic. Again, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'm Elements MC.
I'm Canis 007.
Comedic 7.
And this is Respekt My Gamer, the podcast. We're gonna check y'all out soon. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.